This was not the headline I was expecting to read yesterday when I logged online. Deadline has this article. Kevin Costner's lawyer cries shakedown as apparently a stunt woman slams star and Horizon franchise over a violent, unscripted grape scene. He's being sued for this. It's not, he's being sued basically. Pretty mental. Not what I expected to read. Could it be a shakedown? Who knows? Let's dive into it. Let's take a look. Let's see what we're saying here. So Kevin Costner and his Horizon, an American saga franchise, are already facing legal action from New Line over a financing deal. And now the star director of the Western series has been hit with a something harassment suit by a veteran stunt woman, so not a newbie, over an unscheduled, unrehearsed, violent, unscripted grape scene. So Costner's longtime attorney, Marty Singer, has bluntly called shakedown on the unspecified damages jury trial seeking complaint from Devin LaBella. So represented by lawyers at Hadsell, Stormer, Rennick and Dye and Valley Kane and Vagnini. I thought that says Vaginini then, but never mind. Vagnini. Got excited. SAG-AFTRA member and Barbie Alam LaBella says she is filing, quote, this action not only for the damages she has sustained, but to address the continued failures at the highest levels of Hollywood production companies to comprehend and address the impacts of performing in sexually explicit and violent scenes and the need for intimacy coordination. Ugh. So here's what's uncontested. Reunited with Horizon 2 stunt coordinator and second unit director Wade Allen, LaBella was hired under a guild contract on the still unreleased Horizon 2 to be a lead stunt double for the series lead actor Ella Hunt. Most of the filming for LaBella on the Western sequel, the second in 4 Horizon films Costner has planned, took place in Utah. I don't think they're going to get made anyway because they've not done very well financially, but all right. Following a previous filing late last year with the California Civil Rights Department, the plaintiff's document in the LA Superior Court docket Tuesday claims that, quote, on May 2nd, 2023, plaintiff Devin LaBella, a female stunt performer, was the victim of a violent, unscripted, unscheduled grape scene directed by Kevin Costner, the owner, chief executive officer, and secretary of Horizon Series, Inc., stressing a clear violation of SAG-AFTRA on-set protocols. The sexual harassment, sexual discrimination, retaliation complaint goes on to say, quote, the impact of this impromptu work demand on Ms. LaBella has been profound. Not only upended a career Ms. LaBella spent years building, but leaving her with permanent trauma that she will be required to address for years to come. So what the 9-claim complaint also says is that Saturday night cast member Hunt was thrown by Costner's sudden addition of a grape scene due to the ad hoc and violent nature of the sudden script change request, along with a failure to secure a contractually required intimacy coordinator for the scene. Ms. Hunt became visibly upset and walked off the set, refusing to do the scene. The filing says, noting that LaBella knew nothing about this until much later. Having had nothing but a professional and above-board experience so far on the film, LaBella took to the task when she says Costner asked her to stand in for the departed Hunt to line up a shot. Porn parodies. Then on a far from closed set and with no intimacy coordinator or modern underwear wearing, LaBella was attacked by Roger Ivans' Burke character over and over as defendant Costner experimented with different takes on the grape action. So not only did Costner seek different takes, but the Oscar winner seems to have wanted to increase the violence in the assault with little concern for LaBella, at least according to her filing. That's kind of it, really. It's pretty mad. Here's the statement from Marty Singer, Costner's attorney. He says, our client, Kevin Costner, always wants to make sure that everyone is comfortable working on his films and takes safety on set very seriously. However, this claim by Devin LaBella has absolutely no merit, and it is completely contradicted by her own actions and the facts. Ms. LaBella is a serial accuser of people in the entertainment industry and has worked with the same lawyer on past claims, but those shakedown tactics won't work in this case. As a stunt performer on Horizon 2, the scene in question was explained to Ms. Labella, and after she performed the rehearsals in character with another actor, she gave her stunt coordinator supervisor a thumbs up and indicated her willingness to then shoot the scene, if needed, which she was not. So that night, Ms. Labella had dinner with her supervisor, the stunt coordinator, and with the assistant stunt coordinator, she was in good spirits and made no complaints to them. She continued to work on the movie for a few more weeks until her wrap date, and she took the stunt coordinator to a thank you dinner. She also sent him a cordial thank you text illustrated with happy heart emojis. So there you go. I mean, it sounds like absolute nonsense. It does sound like everyone's kind of out for blood with this. What do you think? I mean, it's just mad. This is kind of the madness behind Hollywood. Yeah, your thoughts?
Well,
My initial reaction to this was, well, maybe this is a shakedown. At least that's what the lawyer's perspective was. She was asked to do something she certainly could have said no to at any time. This is a very well experienced stunt person's been in the business forever and quote unquote did build a career. It wouldn't have been that hard to say, hey, there's no intimacy coordinator here. We need to kind of not roll these dice until that happens, right? That's just something that the actress could have requested. I guarantee you there's according to this report, there's a crew full of people in that room. None of them would have thought anything of it if she'd said that I don't want to do this without an intimacy coordinator, and I would have called into question if I were her the fact that she's not really garbed up for it, right? She's wearing quote unquote modern underwear, so on and so forth. So she's as responsible for the situation as anything. And it's not like she hasn't done one of these scenes multiple times before, reportedly. So when I look at this, I'm like, okay, everybody's at fault here, including her. And I'm not sure that a lawsuit's going to be the right thing to go after. All that's going to indicate to most people is that this is a cash grab. So those are my thoughts on it. But I don't know why Costner did it. I don't know why anybody did it, to be fair. And like I said, I mean, this is an experienced stunt person that knows better. Marvin?
yeah, I was just going to say the same exact thing. I mean, and from what they're saying, if she is in fact a serial accuser who has done this many times before, then that calls into question, okay, well, is this a actual situation? And it's a shame that we have to like make this designation of, is this actually a situation where something bad happened, or is this another Me Too cash grab? Because we've seen it happen before where people have tried to ruin people over this stuff and have been revealed to have completely made it up or have been the aggressor themselves. Not that I'm saying that's what's going on in this situation, but yeah, it is it's just there seems like a lot of like, well, in what universe did you think that was going to be okay if this went down the way she's saying that it went down? There are always three sides of every story, what one person says, what the other person says, and the truth. So it's going to be interesting to see how the defense for this shakes up and what the studio has to say about it going forward.
It's interesting reading some of the comments here. I quite like looking at the comments on these articles now. Devin Labella has a solid reputation in the industry. Costner's lawyer should stop with the media bashing and settle this lawsuit as quickly as possible. If it goes to court, he's going to lose a lot more than whatever she's asking for now.
Was that posted by D. Labella?
Now, if he broke protocol, he owes her money, a lot of it. So it does depend, actually, if he has broken contractual kind of obligations, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's tricky, isn't it, really? It's an interesting one.
It's always a hard thing. It's always a difficult thing to actually like comment on as, commentators, because, if it is real, if it is true, then it's heinous and it should be punished. And if it's not, then, if you demonize the guy, then you're the bad guy in the end because, you jumped on the cancel train. So it's one of those things where it's with all of these, it's kind of like you have to just let it shake out and you have to see what comes out in Discovery.
Well, that's the thing, right? So she wanted a settlement. She was looking for a settlement and he refused. And now they're seeking a jury trial. So it does.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. If you think that a guy actually like forcibly did something like this to, be violent and aggressive in a manner, in a sexual manner towards you, would you seek a settlement or would you seek criminal charges against the guy?
Well, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, this is what I mean. Like that's quite the revealing part. I think that alone is
Yeah.
a revealing part. You know, initially seeking a settlement straight away, and then just being like, well, and then Costner being like, nah, mate, let's get a jury trial then. Might be in his favor. Might be in his favor. It's an interesting one. Not quite what I expected to read yesterday, but it is an interesting one. I mean, these movies suck as well, just as an FYI. Like,
well, he everything he's done has sucked since he backed out of the last season of Yellowstone to go do his own stuff. Like, it's just wildly stupid what he's done with his career.
Yeah. Apparently, it was a nightmare to work with on those as well. To be honest, Yellowstone and stuff. So, yeah, I can't imagine this Horizon American Saga is going to continue that much. And look at his awfully dyed bloody mustache. It looks ridiculous.
Ugh,
fucking absurd. God. Anyway, this will be funny just to watch pan out. We shall watch it with bated breath. We shall indeed. But let's move on now.